It is time for another ban list. Not for Master Duel, but for the TCG. This is actually crazy. I knew that they had to hit tier and Yugioh in some way. I was not expecting them to do this. In my head, I was thinking the only way for them to do it would, of course, be follow the OCG, right? Ban Kit, which is sad, but they can always play around that with King of the Swamp, Cherubini, and all that, right? To get Kit out again. What they did is what I thought they were going to do, honestly, but to see them go through with it is actually crazy. For the ban list, right? Artifact Scythe is banned. Okay. Scythe Locking is gone. Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. Wow. Floo? That one, okay. That one was kind of crazy. Of course, Kitkalos is banned, which is to be expected at this point. Okay. Sprite Elf? Sprite Elf got hit. I wasn't expecting Elf to get hit, but considering what was going on, it makes sense that Sprite Elf got hit, right? Between Sprind and Elf was definitely the one that was causing the most problems. Then if you go down to the cards that are supposed to be limited, the first thing you see is the Shizu cards. Yugioh, the Sentinel, is now limited to 1, right? Kelbeck and Keldo is limited to 1. Mudoro is limited to 1. So the entire Ishizu package is limited to 1. And we then have Havness at 1, Merly at 1, Shiren at 1, and that's just wow, right? All of that to 1? Ooh. Ooh, baby, this is gonna shake up the format drastically. Hitting the Shizu cards to 1 and the tier limits to 1 is actually crazy, right? For this upcoming format in the TCG, Ishizu and tier can still be playable. It would not be as powerful. The deck isn't fully dead yet because you can always mix in Kashit. No, I was gonna say Kashatri La, which is the English translation, but no, you can mix in Kashtera in there as well, like how the OCG was doing it, where you can do tier limit Ishizu Kashtera with a bunch of hand traps in there, right? That way you have the whole Kashtera, the Kashtera engine, you have Ishizu, and you have tier limits all going off at once, which doesn't sound too good because even in the OCG, they didn't have the entire Ishizu package limited, right? Sure, tier limits were getting hit, but not to 1 limited. So that deck may still be weaker, but people can still put in a bunch of different tech cards to make it a little bit powerful. The same way that people were using King of the Swamp and the whole Cherubini dump in order to get the whole kit effect going. This ban list is crazy. It's just flat out crazy. With Kashtera, that being full power now, because Proton Hypernova, Kashtera is going to rise up. A bunch of other decks are going to rise up too. Crap. Purely is going to be good, right? I'm hoping Purely is going to be good, right? Floo took a hit, but they can always work through that. I think Exosister is actually going to be a bit better now, actually. A bunch of decks are going to be good now. Just some quick thoughts about Artifact Scythe and Barrier Statue. In the OCG, right? When Tournament and Ishizu got hit, they got hit, right? But it wasn't just them. It was everything else as well. Almost every other deck got hit as well. So when you really think about it, nothing changed. Over here in the TCG, hitting Scythe and Barrier Statue, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't care. I'm glad that they got hit because it's boring. It's boring as shit to see them do their things. Scythe and Statue Stunlock is not fun. I can see the argument for yeah, my rogue deck needs this and it helps keep top decks in check, but no, that's just boring. Yeah, the tier 0 format, you can say what you want, but it's always been a very interesting format. But hey, right? And people think that tier is dead, but I don't really think so. This list on paper looks crazy, right? But if we look at the OCG and how it's been over there with the tier and any Shizu hits, it's still doable. It definitely is still doable to be a good deck. It's gonna take some work to make it functioning to like to what seems to be full power or playable, but you can definitely make it work, right? Because in the OCG, they already have what do you call it? A bunch of limiteds like Rhino Heart's at 1, Shiren is at 1, Havness is semi limited, but that's gonna be at 1. Merely, of course, is gonna be at 1 now, and the entire Shizu package is gonna be at 1. So that's about like what 7 cards free from your deck. Ooh, that's kind of crazy. 7 cards free from your deck. Ooh, you can put in the rest of the Kashtira cards. Like you can put in Fenrir, Unicorn, Orger, and you can put in that new card as well, the whole Tailorment Kashtira, to also help out. So like there are ways to work around this, right? So Kashtira can still be strong. You can start using the new triple tactics card. You can even use talent, right? There are ways to make this work. Like it may seem like right now that this is crazy, Tournament's dead, but trust me, it's not really dead because the whole bestial package exists as well, right? Like there are a ton of ways to make this work now, even though the deck is heavily limited now. I definitely think that Tournament is still gonna be making it to top 8, right? Personally, I think it's gonna be top 8 still. Like Tournament is still really good. You just shove in hand traps, the whole King of the Swamp, and everything else like I've been saying, and you still have a good deck, guys. Like, yeah, it seems crazy, but it's definitely still doable, right? I don't know if we're gonna switch over to the OCG method of like try Sprite, but hey, we're gonna have a great time going forward. It's gonna be so interesting seeing YCS Las Vegas. I think that's the most recent one coming now, yeah. But it's gonna be great, and I'm really excited for it. That's all for me. You guys have a good day.